The technical difficulties continue. It's our day here in Westminster Sports Information is going about as well as the Blue Jays' day on the field as another RBI single, or double, excuse me, down the left field line. That time from Borberg takes place, but we are back live. And now stepping up to the plate is the 9-hole hitter, McCurdy. Pruitt throws a ball low. It's a 1-1 count now. Seven to 1 is the score here early. And now a ball is fouled straight back by McCurdy. 7 to 1 on 8 hits is Grinnell. They've made no errors. The Blue Jays, on the other hand, with that 1 run, they have 1 hit, courtesy of catcher Austin Maton, and they've committed 2 errors in the field so far. And Pruitt delivers and gives up a hard grounder, but a nice play there from the first baseman, Lukens, to make the 3rd out, and that's how we'll end the top half of the 3rd inning as Pruitt gives up 1 run on 2 hits. No errors, and we'll be back here on the Blue Jay Sports Network.
Financial planning is one of those careers that rewards you with your own professional accomplishment as well as a deep mental satisfaction from helping your clients directly. For example, as a financial planning professional, you'll help your clients in developing such personal financial plans as estate planning and retirement planning. Our curriculum also aligns well with the CFP Board's learning outcomes. Here at Westminster, you can also pursue a dual degree in financial planning and finance to further your career.
Museum Studies at Westminster is a program where students create and curate exhibitions, design programs, ask challenging questions, and above all, blend history, heritage, and culture in a way that informs and inspires. We invite you to join us at Westminster and be a part of history in a way that not only preserves the past, but through the power of museums, helps to build a better future.
Number 37, Chris Louis, steps up to the plate. He's got the best walk-up on the team. About the only good one that I've heard this year so far. And he skies one to center, but right at center fielder McCain, who makes the play. So 1 pitch, 1 out, and that's going to bring up sophomore left fielder Donovan Bowler, making his first start today of his collegiate career. He's a player that's got a lot of speed. You may see him. He likes to slap it around a little bit, lay down some bunts. He takes a ball just outside from hole. And now he takes a strike right down the pipe. And now he swings through an outside fastball for strike 2. So the count is 1-2 on Bowler here with 1 out in the bottom of the 3rd. And now he takes a knuckleball way outside. Bowler takes a pitch just outside. So 2-2 is the count here on Bowler. And now he skies one to center. And a nice play by center fielder McCain to make the play. So that'll be 2 outs now as the blooper is caught on a sliding catch from normal shortstop and today's center fielder McCain. Troy Romero, the Blue Jay leadoff man, steps up back to the plate. He's had a very busy day defensively at third base. And he takes a knuckleball inside. Hull squares and delivers another knuckleball, this time for strike. 1-1 is the count on Romero. And he throws another one, and Romero rolls over a ground ball to the third baseman, Fournier, who makes the play. So 1-2-3 inning from Hull as he is dealing, and the Blue Jays are down 7-1. And there's going to be a new pitcher on the mound, Brian Hinkie for the Blue Jays. Hinkie has one appearance on the year. He faced one batter. It was a base on balls at Columbia Battle High School. He spent some time getting saves on last year's squad, but hasn't got a lot of run with this year's squad. So he's going to look to maybe be a bridge and give the Blue Jays some length here as they try to limit this powerful Pioneer offense. Hinkie's career stats with the Blue Jays. He had 10 appearances, 1 win. Excuse me, he only actually had 1 save. He just closed out quite a few games. 9 2/3 innings pitched. He gave up 13 hits, 11 runs, but only 4 were earned. Walked 5 and struck out 11 for a 10.24 K/9 percentage. Gave up 1 home run for a 3.72 ERA on a 1.86 whip. And so now he squares and looks to deliver to the leadoff man, Phil Pott. And he delivers. Oh, I'm not sure where that one was at. I thought that was right down the middle, but maybe it was a little bit low. So ball 1 to Phil Pott. And now he throws a fastball way inside. So 2-0 is the count. Not what you want to see out of a guy that got 1 appearance, faced 1 batter, and walked him on 4 pitches. And now he throws a slider that gets a lucky call for strike 1, as that appeared to be way high and outside. And Hinkie delivers another slider that is left way up. So 3-1 is the count here on Phil Pott. Phil Pott's 1 for 2 on the day with a run scored. And now he fouls that one back. Hefty hack there from Phil Pott. As Fournier brings the ball to the umpire. Hinkie with the split relief stance. He's pitching from the stretch. And he delivers. And it's a fastball low for ball 4. So he enters and immediately walks a batter. So he's faced 2 batters on the year and delivered 2 base on balls. And now that'll bring up the third baseman, Fournier. And now he picks a very slow pick as the third baseman, the first base runner, Phil Pott, gets back very easily. And now Hinkie delivers another ball. Hinkie comes set. He looks. Delivers. And a nice diving play from Lukens at first base to get Hinkie his first out of the season. That ball was hit on the screws, but Lukens makes a nice diving play over there at first to get the out. So now that'll bring up three-hole hitter with great power speed combo in Mac McCain. He takes a curveball and beauty for a strike. That's what you want to see out of Hinkie. First pitch strikes. He comes set. He delivers a slider outside. 1-1 count. 1 out. Runner on second for McCain. And Hinkie throws another slider high and outside. Was a strike to Philpott, though. Hinkie delivers. It's a fastball well inside and low as well. So Hinkie, after the first pitch strike, delivers 3 straight balls and falls behind to a guy you do not want to fall behind. Coach Jake Jourdain already checking to make sure the reliever down there in the bullpen is good. If he walks this guy, I would say he's probably done. And he hits him with the pitch. Definitely played to the Blue Jays' advantage that it did hit him in the foot, because Philpott would be on third base right now if not. And here comes Coach Jake Jourdain, as we are going to have a pitching change. Jackson Kespool going to enter for the first time, as he's getting himself an appearance on the year. He's a player that plays both basketball and baseball, so he generally gets a delayed start to the baseball season. We'll see what Kespool can do here for the Blue Jays as they look to find some stability here with this relief corps. And we'll be back after the pitching change.
Today's typical college student is no longer the recent high school graduate. Almost half of all college students in the United States are age 24 or older, and they have busy lifestyles. They have families, they work part-time jobs or full-time jobs, and they want to earn a college degree. As you could imagine, the traditional college experience just doesn't work for them. Westminster College has a rich history of excellence in cultivating leaders. And now, we can take that experience beyond our campus. We're proud to announce the launch of Westminster Online. It's designed to be flexible and to meet your needs. This program runs in back-to-back 7-week sessions, so you can finish your degree faster. It's 100% online, so you can attend class on your schedule. You can choose to major in either business administration, organizational leadership, or in psychology. Westminster Online is affordable, and if you need to pause your studies because life happens, you can do that. You're able to sit out a session and then come back when you're ready. Check out our website at wcmo.edu to learn more. Today's typical college student is no longer the recent high school graduate. Almost half of all college students in the United States are age 24 or older, and they have busy lifestyles. They have families, they work part-time jobs or full-time jobs, and they want to earn a college degree. As you could imagine, the traditional college experience just doesn't work for them. Westminster College has a rich history of excellence in cultivating leaders, and now we can take that experience beyond our campus.
And we are back here as Big Ian Brown steps up to the plate. With 1 out, Kespool making his first appearance on this young season. And he delivers a changeup outside for a ball. Don't want to fall, just like you don't want to fall behind McCain, you don't want to fall behind Brown either, as it has potential to go a very, very long way. And that might have been the pitch to do damage on as he fouls that one straight back. Just a bit under that one. Counts 1-1. Kespool looks to get a ground ball and get the Blue Jays out of this and back hitting. Brian Hinkie would appreciate that too, as that would get him a scoreless appearance. And Kespool delivers a fastball way outside. So the count is 2-1. Bat looks like an absolute toothpick in Brown's hands. Philpott dancing at second. Kespool throws a nasty slider, but it's inside. That was probably the best pitch I've seen from either side all day. And he throws a fastball for a strike across the knees. So now we've got a full count, 1 out. Got a lot of speed on the bases. So I would not be surprised to see the Pioneers take off on this one. Be a good time to maybe pick off the runner at first. He is way off the bag and not paying a lick of attention. Now Kespool's going to reset. Kespool delivers, and they are going to run, and it's going to work out as Romero was covering third, and Philpott takes the widest turn of eternity and comes around to score. An RBI single due to the runners moving for Brown. As slow as Kespool was to the plate, I'm not sure if I'm Coach Jourdain. I might have wanted my players to just hold firm and give him the bag at that point. As you know, it's probably going to be a swing or a walk anyway with Brown. And now Goodson steps up to the plate. So he looks to extend this now 8-1 lead for the Pioneers. McCain dancing around to second base. And Kespool delivers a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Assistant coach Reese Tangway wanting some tempo on the mound from Kespool. And Kespool delivers. That's a fastball across the inside part of the plate for strike 2. Kespool doing a good job living down the zone. That's generally a good recipe for success, generate ground balls, and he's got an 0-2 count here on the first baseman, Goodson. Goodson making his first start of the weekend. And now Kespool throws another dirty slider. It's just inside. And Kespool delivers, and that ball is crushed down the line. I'm not really sure what happened. That might have been some home cooking from the umpires there, as he originally signaled fair ball, and it most definitely was fair, but then re-signals and gives it a foul ball, and Goodson not happy, and rightfully so. Romero just walked and pointed to the third base coach and showed where it landed, and it most definitely landed in fair territory. Romero knows it. The third base coach knows it. The hitter knows it. Everybody knows it but the home plate umpire. And that's a ball outside. 2-2 is the count. As Kespool's bailed out on that one. Now he looks to get a ground ball and get out of this. The Blue Jays need a ground ball double play on this pitch. And now McCain takes off, and he's going to steal third base, and Brown's going to advance to second on the wild pitch from Kespool. So now we've got a full count, 1 out for the first baseman, Goodson. He's looking to, yet again, extend the lead for Grinnell. 4-2, 1-1 on the board so far for Grinnell. And now a fastball right down the pipe as a great pitch from Kespool. Gets the second out of this inning, and he looks to come out of this inning barely scathed, as it would be Hinkey's runner is the only one to come around to score. 8 runs on 9 hits for Grinnell so far. And now Rudin steps up to the plate. And a fastball right down the middle for strike 1 from Kespool. The Blue Jays look to build off a little energy here coming from the pitcher, Kespool. As he stares in, he shakes, he looks, and he delivers. And it's a fastball way outside. Count is 1-1 from Kespool. Kespool delivers. That's a fastball just a bit outside. Now they're going to get rid of that ball as Kespool licked his hand and touched the ball without wiping, trying to pull off the old spitball. That was a common thing back in the day. Kespool squares now. He delivers. And that's a ground ball to third baseman Romero as he looks to make the play, and the Blue Jays get out of it. Good work there from reliever Jackson Kespool, and the Blue Jays now trail by a score of 8-1.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
Peyton Whitehead steps up to the plate for the Blue Jays. He's facing the pitcher Hull, who has only thrown 28 pitches in 3 innings. He's been very, very efficient. Only 1 strikeout, though. Whitehead swings the Cat X, and he looks to do damage with that Cat X. And he takes a knuckleball inside for ball 1. Hull delivers, and Whitehead swings and fouls one to the left side and out of play. Over there just beyond the dugout. As all the little siblings from the Blue Jay brothers chasing after that foul ball. Now Whitehead takes a knuckleball high. 2-1 is the count as Whitehead's in the driver's seat at the plate. And now he crushes one. And another great play from Fournier over there at third base as he's having a day defensively. The pitcher Hole got to be loving it. Now stepping up is Khalid Price for the Blue Jays. And he takes a healthy hack at that knuckleball and fouls it straight back. And now he takes a changeup low. Now the count's 1-2 with one out. And he takes a ball thrown about 40 feet. And he takes a ball low, so now the count is full. 3-2 with one out here for Price. And he crushes this one to left, and he's pimping it as it is long gone. Home run for Khalid Price. The home run horns are popping here in Blue Jay Nation.
Home run from KP Price.
And now that's going to bring up Austin Mayton walking up to the Macarena, but I don't see anybody dancing to it. And he crushes one to center. And McCain somehow tries drifting to it and doesn't get to it. That's just horrible defense from the normal shortstop. But that ball was crushed from Mayton. So a double for Mayton. He's 2 for 2 now on the day as Jason Peasehold looks to recuperate from his rough at-bat he had last time. Blue Jays have made Hull work a little bit more this inning, and it's shown as they've also done a little bit more damage, albeit with the heart of their order. And now a fastball is taken just outside for ball one. Peasehold with the bat on his shoulder. And he takes a ball again outside. 2-0 is the count on the 5-hole second baseman. Hole comes set. And he delivers. And Peasehold lines one into center field. And that should be an RBI single. And it is an RBI single for Jason Peasehold. So he does make up for the rough at bat he had last time. And he's going to get himself a ribby on the day as Mayton comes around to score after his double. That probably should have been caught after the misplay from McCain. One thing about playing center field at this Blue Jay ballpark, Steven Diaz had it down to a science, but it's definitely not the most shallow park in a center field. Now Matt Lucan steps up to the plate. So he looks to continue this and turn this game into a slugfest. Blue Jays have 3 runs on 4 hits as Lukens takes a ground ball for a ball. And now a knuckleball left up. Taken for ball 2. The knuckleball are starting to lose it here on the mound. And now Lukens hits a ground ball. It might be two, but instead it is bobbled by the second baseman, Rudin. But he recuperates to make the play. Something that Coach Hollabaugh has got to be very, very thankful for. And I also need to note I made a mistake earlier. It is not his first season at the helm of the Pioneers. He just wears the jersey number 1. And Pekka takes a ball, and that's a wild pitch that allows Peacehold to advance to third here with 2 outs. A base hit already probably scored him, and now definitely will score him, as well as another pass ball. A little bit of an argument from Pekka and the umpire, as the umpire says, you got to get out of the way, dude. And that'll be out number 3 after a ground ball, 4-3 ground out. So Rude makes up for that. But the Blue Jays get 2 runs and cut into this deficit. That's what you got to do at this point, is win in each inning. So 8-3 is the score, and we'll be back after this break.
Financial planning is one of those careers that rewards you with your own professional accomplishment as well as a deep mental satisfaction from helping your clients directly. For example, as a financial planning professional, you'll help your clients in developing such personal financial plans as estate planning and retirement planning. Our curriculum also aligns well with the CFP Board's learning outcomes. Here at Westminster, you can also pursue a dual degree in financial planning and finance to further your career.
Aiden Bradkey, the freshman, in the game, lefty sidewinder. Looks similarly to Bodie Jabink in the face, but a very different pitch style. He's got 1 appearance on the year and took the loss in that game, going 2/3 of an inning, giving up a hit, walked a batter. Both of those guys came around to score. He's got a 27 ERA and a 3 whip. Number 2, Cash, the shortstop, is going to step up to the plate. And Bradkey delivers a slider for strike 1. He comes set. He delivers. It's a curveball. That one's outside. 1-1 is the count. Bradkey got I believe that's blue and red is the glove. And he throws a nice 2-seam fastball across for strike 2. So he's ahead 1-2, and he comes set. He delivers and throws a fastball right down the pipe. It's popped up to Lukens. And it was fair as Peacehold comes over to make the play as Lukens lost that one in the sun. Definitely a different viewpoint for him over there at first base as opposed to left field. You're on the total opposite side of the field. And an infield pop-up's a lot different than an outfield pop-up. Regardless, that'll bring up the catcher, Borberg. And a fastball fouled back for strike one. Bradke filling up the zone for the Blue Jays, just as Kespool did before him. Something the Blue Jays really needed after the start that Pruitt had, as he floats in a curveball just outside for a ball, and as well as the short ball-filled relief appearance from Hinkie. And now Bradke delivers a fastball, and that's right at the center fielder Pekka, who makes the play. So a quick 2 outs here for Bradke. And now it's going to bring up number 20, McCurdy. Bradke delivers. It's a fastball just inside. Bradke's got some good stuff. Got a lot of tail to his fastball. Definitely a good guy to have coming out of the pen. Different look with that little bit of a sidewind. And he floats in a changeup right down the pipe for strike one. Probably lucky that wasn't one of the Pioneers' big bashers, because they would have been taking a hack at that. Regardless, 1-1 is a count. And now he throws a slider just outside. The backdoor slider couldn't come across, so 2-1 is the count now here with 2 outs. To McCurdy. He's playing right field today. And now he's hit by the pitch. So Bradke can't get a completely clean inning. And that's going to bring off the leadoff guy, Philpott. A little bit of a softball chant going on from the Pioneer dugout for Philpott. And Bradke delivers a fastball a little bit low. Bradke comes set. And he delivers. It's a fastball. Excuse me, a changeup. I thought that came across the zone, but evidently not. So 2-0 is the count. The wind's blowing hard out to right today. And Bradke hangs a curveball, but loses it outside. So he falls behind 3-0. Do not want to walk this guy to bring up their 2, 3, 4 hitters and put a runner in scoring position. And now he's going to pick off to first base. A little wide, but Lugans makes a catch. McCurdy back in very safely. Bradke nods his head yes, comes set, and delivers. Throws a fastball just inside off the plate, so he does walk him on 4 pitches. Fournier now steps up to the plate. He's having a phenomenal day defensively and also has a hit, a run, and an RBI on the day as well. And now he swings through a slider for strike one. We're in the top of the 5th inning. The score's 8-3. Now the slide step for strike two. A nice pitch there from Bradke. Trying to get out of this before the big bashers come up here. 0-2 count, 2 outs. Bradke nods his head yes. Comes set, looks, and the runners go. Ground ball to Whitehead, and he makes the play. So a great inning from Bradke as he gets the first scoreless inning of the day for the Blue Jay pitching staff. And we'll be back here for the bottom half of the fifth on the Blue Jay Sports Network.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Chris Louis.
Chris Louis steps up to the plate for the Blue Jays. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Swings the boomstick. And Hull delivers. A knuckleball high for ball 1. And he throws another one and makes Louis look silly for strike 1. Hull is working very fast, and he gets that fastball across for strike 2. So now the count is 1-2 on Louis. Louis has put together some good at bats so far on this young season, and now he fouls that one off as he stayed back on that knuckleball and fouled it out of play over to the Coulter Science Center here at Westminster College. And that's a fly ball sky to center field, and McCain makes the play.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 16, Donovan Bowler.
That'll bring up Donovan Bowler. He was robbed of a bloop hit his last time up as McCain made a sliding play out there in center. The outfield comes in on Bowler. A little bit of an insult. Like to see him drive one on this one. He takes the ball outside. And he takes a fastball. Might have been a hair or two inside compared to the last one, but gets the call. And now a ball outside. Bowler ahead, 2-1. He, like Peyton Whitehead before him, swings the Cat X. And he takes an absolute hack at it, and it's popped up to shallow center. And McCain makes the play. He almost overran it. You can tell that he is a shortstop playing center field today because at times he's looked uncomfortable out there, but also at other times he's shown his athleticism to make plays. That'll bring up the leadoff man, Troy Romero. He's 0 for 2 on the day. He looks to get a 2-out rally going for the Blue Jays. Center part of the field is wide open. And he takes a slider for strike 1. And now that ball's hit to right center. McCain hasn't played perfectly, but it just keeps carrying. And that'll be a double off the wall for Romero. And now we may just have an injury timeout. McCain looks to be okay. So the trainer for the Blue Jays hops back in his golf cart. And Peyton Whitehead will step up to the plate for the Blue Jays. With Romero on second base. Whitehead looks to reverse his fortunes on today's day and build off of what he did yesterday and maybe drive one and make this a 3-run game here in this bottom of the 5th inning. Pitcher Hull giving his left fielder some time. And now they're playing. It comes set. Looks to deliver. It's a knuckleball crushed to center. McCain going back, and he'll make that play. He about overran that one as well. But regardless, that's a 1-pitch out, and that's how the 5th inning will end. So both pitching staffs throw up zeros. That's the first time all day that's happened. So we'll be back here in 30 seconds on the Blue Jay Sports Network.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Stepping up to the plate is the center fielder, McCain. As I've mentioned before, he's got a very good power-speed combo from the 3 spot. He's 1 for 2 with a run scored, and that one straight back with a healthy hack. As the new pitcher, Braden Knittel, enters the game. I believe this is his first appearance on the year. No, excuse me, that's his second appearance. He threw 2/3 of an inning. 1 hit, 1 run. As McCain puts that one off the wall, there's going to be a play at second base, but it's not in time as Louis overthrew the cutoff man, and it prevented the Blue Jays from making a play as that ball was smoked off of the hard-throwing Knittel. Knittel's given up 1 hit on the year, 1 run. It was earned. He's also walked 2 and struck out 1. That was the second hit he's given up on the year. Now Ian Brown steps up to the plate. He is the designated hitter today. He played first base in 1 game and was the designated hitter in the other yesterday. And now a nice hard slider there from Knittel for strike 1. Very good pitch. Front door slider for strike 1. And now another slider, a beauty, but it's a little low. Knittel didn't like that one, but it probably was low. 2-1 is the count on the 4-hole hitter. Middle school. Now McCain, slow coming around, but he's going to score as he picked up the Jets after he rounded third base. So an RBI single for Brown makes this score 9-3. Now a fastball, taken for a ball. First baseman Goodson at the plate. And a fastball Had a hefty hack taken at it, but was way late. So 1-1 is the count. Now a fastball inside. Now Cannell comes set. Delivers. Nearly spikes that fastball, so it'll be 3-1 now. Nobody out. 9-3 is the score. Here in the top half of the sixth. And a fastball nearly hits him in the shoulder. So that'll be a 5-pitch walk for Goodson.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing.
The wind knocked my papers around and clicked on a ad for me. I'm sorry about that. Anyways, the second baseman Rudin steps up to the plate. And a ball is thrown almost. Now a ground ball hit to third. Romero steps on third, throws a strike to first. But Lukens cannot make the catch. Probably should have been a double play, but that's what happens when you have a non-natural first baseman playing first base sometimes. So again, runners on first and second, and this time it'll be the shortstop Cash stepping up to the plate. Where's the number 2? And Cash takes a ball just a bit outside. Cash 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout. One of the few batters in this lineup without a hit. 9-3 is the score. Around, can't find anybody to make a force out on, so throws it across the diamond and gets the out. So Romero, who's been very busy today, makes another nice play over there at third base. And there's 2 outs now, runners on second and third. The catcher, Borberg, who bats in the 8th slot in the order, up to the plate. And he takes a fastball right down the pipe. About an 85-mile-an-hour fastball for 1 run given up. And he throws a fastball right on the outside corner. Absolute paint there from Knittel to bring the count to 1-2. He's gave him the good morning and good afternoon. Can he give him the good night on this pitch? Here it comes. And it's just a bit inside. That was absolute gas there from Knittel. All 2s on the board. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And Knittel delivers a fastball up. So it'll be a full count on the catcher, Borberg. Don't want to lose him after being up 1-2 in the count. Borberg's 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI. He's been swinging the stick pretty good this weekend. And here's the pitch. It's a curveball. Not sure I agree with that decision. The guy that throws this hard on a pitching staff that doesn't have a lot of guys with velo, so it's definitely a different look. Not sure you want to see him throw a 3-2 curveball, a pitch that he doesn't have a lot of control of. But regardless, McCurdy steps up to the plate with the bases juice and 2 outs. And it's a fastball right down the middle from Knittel. Comes set. Delivers. And that is a foul ball as it hit off the knob of his bat. The home plate umpire was all over that one. Swinging the Victus Knox is McCurdy, and Knittel makes him look silly on that down-and-out fastball. 4 strike 3, so he gets out of the jam, giving up just 1 run on 2 hits and 2 walks. And the Blue Jays trail 9-3, and we'll be back here in a bit on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
Museum Studies at Westminster is a program where students create and curate exhibitions, design programs, ask challenging questions.
Khalid Price going to step up to the plate for the Blue Jays.
Number 4, K.P. Price.
He swings a 2-year-old version of the DeMarini the Goods. And he takes a knuckleball across the plate for strike 1. And now he swings at that one and pops it high in the sky to second baseman Rudin, who makes the catch.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 14, Austin Mayton.
Mayton steps up to the plate now. He's been swinging a hot bat lately, including today. He's 2 for 2 with 2 runs scored. He's scored 2 of the Blue Jay 3 runs. And now he pops that one up to right. And it is dropped. But that should fall in for a hit, as it was not touched by the right fielder, McCurdy. That is what you call the Austin Mayton luck of 2 years ago, as he had a lot of those fall a couple years ago. He's been swinging it with a lot more authority this year, but when you're swinging a hot bat, most of the time, things like that tend to fall, and that's what happened. And now, Jason Peasold steps up to the plate. He had an RBI single driving in Mayton last time to center field. Then he takes a strike right down the pipe. And a pickoff trying to get the catcher Mayton is not in time. Peasold swings at a curveball and drives it deep to right. And it's off the wall. And so that'll be a double for Peasold, as the ball is just carrying ridiculously today with that Fulton, Missouri wind we got going on.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 10.
So now we have second and third, just 1 out. Matt Lukens steps up to the plate. The Blue Jays really, really, really want to capitalize here against a pitcher Hull, who still has only thrown 65 pitches on the day. And Lukens pops this one up. And it is dropped by the third baseman. So Lukens will reach on the air, as that was almost the epitome of brutality for the Blue Jays.
Now back for the Blue Jays.
But
Number 8.
luckily for them, for the first time all day, Fournier did not look like Nolan Arenado at third base. So The Blue Jays need Aiden Pekka, the center fielder, freshman center fielder, to try to take advantage here. And he drives one deep to right. That may go, and it will. You can put 4 on the board for the Blue Jays as Aiden Pekka hits a grand salami.
Grand slam by Aiden Pekka.
9-7 almost all of a sudden is the score. As Aiden Pekka gets to touch them all for the Blue Jays. Talk about taking advantage of both the win and the defensive miscues that have happened from Grinnell. And now we've got a mound visit, and wow, all of a sudden, life has just been sparked into the Blue Jay bench.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 37, Chris Louis.
First conference for Grinnell will bring up Chris Louis for the Blue Jays. They now trail by just 2 runs, and he takes a ball in the dirt. Pekka has had a wonderful weekend that now includes 2 homers and I believe 7 RBIs. As Louis takes one that skips across the plate again. 2-0 is the count. Make that 3-0 as the knuckleball's high. And that's a really good take from Louis, but it'll be across for strike 1. 3-1 is the count with 1 out. And now Louis crushes one to center. And that one's going to bounce off the wall. All of a sudden, this Blue Jay offense has come to life and just been spraying the ball all over the park and giving the center fielder McCain a lot of work out there in center.
Now batting for the Blue Jays, number 16.
After that, that now brings up left fielder Donovan Bowler. And he takes a fastball right on the outside corner, probably about 6 inches off, but it's given the call. Oh, 1 is the count, 1 out on Bowler. And he fouls one off his foot. I know that one didn't feel good. So the count is 0-2 here on Bowler. And now Bowler takes one low as it skips across the plate. And Bowler gets into one, and he can touch them all. An absolute nuke from the sophomore. And he ties this one up. Donovan Bowler just ties this one up, and he says some things we can't say on the thing. Talk about life into this Blue Jay offense. Holy chalupas. And now we're going to have a pitching change.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
Matthew Nakamoto is the reliever. For Grinnell. As all of a sudden, a 6 spot here in this bottom half of the 6th, and this game is 9-9. A grand slam from Aiden Pekka, and a 2-run absolute bomb to right from Donovan Bowler. And all of a sudden, this game is a totally new baseball game as Troy Romero takes a ball from the new reliever. And now a ball is sent in a gap from Romero, and he's going to try to take 2. And he takes a hard turn and comes back around. So that'll be a single there from Romero as that ball was absolutely stung. And now we're bringing up the guy that actually is known for the power on this Blue Jay offense, and number 5, senior Peyton Whitehead. Taking a ball just outside is Whitehead. And the pick is not even close. Romero gets back in. And Whitehead takes a fastball just a bit high. So now he's in the driver's seat. A slider is taken for a strike by Whitehead there. And now he swings at one, and that's going to be hit down the line. Romero looks to go first to third. And he's going to get there, but Whitehead thrown out at second as he made a late decision to try to go to second. So he runs into an out at a time you probably don't want to do that with all the momentum in the Blue Jays' favor there. Regardless, that's going to bring up Khalid Price.
Number 4, K.D. Price.
He's already homered today, as well as numerous other players have in this game. Pitching is definitely not either team's strong suit here in Game 3. And what a hack taken by Price. But he misses it on the slider, so it'll be strike one. A ball again outside from Nakamoto. One and one is the count to Price. He nods his head. Feeling very confident at the plate. And now he crushes one. It's off the walls. It's just too much on a line. Price got to stay at first. They don't really want him running too much. But he drives in a run on a single off the wall. So all of a sudden, the Blue Jays have absolutely flipped this game around, being down 9-3 going into this bottom half of the sixth, and now up 10-9. Four-hole hitter Austin Mayton steps up to the plate. He's 3 for 3 with 3 runs scored on the day. And he sends one deep into right center. But the center fielder McCain makes the play. So that's how this half inning will end. And the Blue Jays, after putting up a 7 spot, lead this one 10-9.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
Dominic Nordeman going to enter the game. He had a rough relief appearance yesterday. He's going to try to reverse those fortunes as he's been one of Coach Jourdain's go-to relievers here on this year's squad. He's a freshman. Mayton throws down to second, and we get ready to go as the leadoff man, Cole Philpott, going to step up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with 2 runs scored and I believe 2 base on balls today. And he takes a ball in the dirt from Nordeman. Nordeman pitching from the windup. He delivers. The ball just a bit outside. Nordeman delivers and spikes this one. So 3-0 is the count. And he throws a strike, a 2-seam fastball for strike number 1. 3-1 now is the count here on the leadoff man, Philpott. And he throws a fastball low and outside, so he's going to walk the leadoff batter. Not what you want to do after you put up a 7 spot to take a 1-run lead. Now stepping up is Josh Fournier. Maton with the pick and almost throws Philpott out over there at first base, but his throw was a little bit wide. Lukens made a nice play over there to keep it on the infield. Fournier is 1 for 4 with a run and RBI on the day. And now Philpott's going to steal second base. And now Coach Jake Jourdain going to do something that you don't see hardly ever. And that's go to his bullpen. 1 pitch into an at-bat. 2 pitches, excuse me. Counts 2-0. So Matthew Trout going to come into the ball game for the Blue Jays. So we hope to get his walkout song right today. We'll be back after the pitching change here on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
As Maton gets his pitch calling device worked on, the music blares and Trout gets ready to go. It's fixed. So now Fournier going to step up to the plate for the Pioneers. 2-0 count. Nobody out, runner on second base. That runner's Philpott. And now pick to second base. Not in time. Philpott slides in. He was hit with the baseball, actually, on that pick. Now we're going to take a little time, give him a little space out there at second base. I've been hit by those before. That never feels good, no matter how hard or soft the ball is thrown. Trout comes set. And he delivers. And Fournier is going to bunt. It's a beauty. And a nice play there from Romero, though, to retire the hitter Fournier. The infield's going to come in for the Blue Jays as they look to prevent the runner on third base, Philpott, from scoring. As the three-hole hitter McCain steps up to the plate. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI on the day and 2 runs scored. And now he swings through a slider from Trout. Trout comes set. 0-1 count. And he swings through that one as the home plate umpire asks for help, as they often don't but really should. And the base umpire signals the strike. So no 2 count. 1 out on the three-hole hitter. Trout comes set. And here's the pitch. It's a slider in the dirt for ball 1. Trout comes set again. He delivers. It's a fastball. Crushed right at Bowler, who makes the play. He's going to throw home. And not quite in time, but a great throw from Bowler in left. And a great tag from Mayton as well. But he just barely got in. Now Coach Jourdain wants a check. As they think he left early at third base. He didn't leave early, so the score's tied 10-10 as the Blue Jays blow the lead once again. Brown steps up to the plate with nobody on, and he swings through it for strike 1. Trout delivers another strike. So an 0-2 count with 2 outs. Now Trout's going to square again. And he delivers. It's a slider and a beauty. Trout is pumped up as he strikes out the big basher in Brown. So the score is tied 10-10 as we're going to stretch before the bottom half of the 7th.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity's soaring achievements while also providing lessons on how to avoid the mistakes of our past. They can also amplify the voices of underrepresented groups while bringing economic uplift to communities. We invite you to explore this world while finding a rewarding career by becoming a Museum Studies major at Westminster College.
Nakamoto back out there for his second inning of work as Jason Peasold's going to step up to the plate for the Blue Jays. He's 2 for 3 with an RBI and a run scored on the day. And he takes a fastball. Looked to be a beauty, but a bit outside. So ball 1. 1-0 is the count. And he swings through that fastball. So now it's 1-1. That one was probably a ball, so it all evens out, as it often does in the game of baseball. And Peasold fouls that one off the catcher's mask. Borberg appears to be okay, though. His coach checks on him. So a 1-2 count now here on the Blue Jays second baseman. And he swings through strike 3, a high fastball. So 1 out now on the Blue Jays as Matt Lukens going to step up to the plate. He's had the same walk-up song for It Feels Like an Eternity. And he takes a ball outside. Lukens looks to find a way to get on as him and Petka, who's in the on-deck circle, create a nice speed combo that could wreak some havoc on the bases. Lukens skies one high to center field, and it's caught by the center fielder, McCain. So 2 quick outs here recorded by the reliever, Nakamoto. That'll bring up the aforementioned Aiden Pekka. Pekka squares and takes a curveball of beauty for strike 1. Pekka holds the bat high. And he takes a high fastball. Pekka got a lot of power for a small frame. And he swings through a hefty hack through that slider. So a 1-2 count now here with 2 outs. And Pekka swings and fouls that one straight back. We will repeat with a 1-2 count here with 2 outs. Nobody on base. Score tied 10-10 here in this bottom half of the 7th inning. And he takes a ball at his eyes. Better be ready for that curveball, as that appeared to be a setup pitch from Nakamoto. And it was a slider, but he left it inside. Pekka readies at the plate as Nakamoto comes set. He delivers. It's a slider. Pekka thought it was ball 4, but he is rung up. A very good pitch, a pitcher's pitch from Nakamoto there. And that's how the inning will end. As after all of this, excitement. The score stands at 10-10 going into the 8th inning as Trout heads back out there. And we'll be back after the short timeout here on the Blue Jay Sports Network.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
Museums allow us to celebrate humanity.
Here for the next half inning. Why is this? And Trout throws a slider for a ball inside. And Trout takes a ball low. Excuse me, that is Goodson. Trout's the pitcher on the mound. And a fastball inside. So that'll bring up a full count. And that ball is crushed to right, and it's gonna go. Goodson hits a home run to right center off of Trout and gives Grinnell the 11-10 lead. And now Trout's going to come out of the game, and there will be a pitching change. Ryan Mills going to come into the game for the Blue Jays. Ryan Mills steps up to relieve for the Blue Jays. He's thrown in every game so far this series. His arm might fall off after this weekend. She throws a ball inside. It was a slider. He picked up a win and a save yesterday. And now he delivers that pitch, and it's chopped foul by Rudin. And now that pitch delivers a ground ball right to shortstop Peyton Whitehead. A nice pick over there by first baseman Lukens. And that's how the play is made. 6-3 for the putout. And that'll be one down and bring up number 2, shortstop Cash. He's 0 for 4 on the day. Ball low for Mills. An ugly finder down there in the Blue Jay bullpen, or dugout, excuse me. Probably the most brutal setup of dugouts possible the Blue Jays have. Definitely need a redo of that, as that slider's inside, nearly hits the batter Cash. 2-1 is the count now. Mills comes set and delivers. Throws another slider, and that one's fouled straight back. And a strikeout delivered from Mills is one thing about Mills I will say. He may have thrown a lot, but there's good reason why, as he's the one Blue Jay reliever that continually, delivers out after out. That fastball bounces across the plate. And now sliders thrown outside. Two-0 is the count. 2 outs on a catcher, Borberg. Make that 3-0. And there he delivers a fastball. It's a beauty for a strike. 3-1 is the count here on Borberg. There's another one. This is the old full count, 2 outs. Too bad there's nobody on base, or we'd see him running around a little bit. Mills comes set and delivers. And that is a very, very high fastball. Mills bailed out a little bit as it's fouled out of play by Borberg. For whatever reason, to right-handed hitters, those high fastballs just look beautiful. And Mills delivers again. And got him with a strikeout. So Grinnell gets 1 run on 1 hit. And the score is now 11-10. But Mills does a great job out of the pen to get 3 quick outs. And the Blue Jays look to tie this one up and hopefully take the lead and give Mills a chance at yet another win this weekend. And we'll be back in 30 seconds here on the Blue Jay Sports Network.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
As Borberg throws down to second base, this bottom half of the Blue Jay lineup that delivered the tying home run earlier in the game, as they look to do the same thing again and hopefully take the lead. And it's going to start with Chris Louie here at the plate. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored on that Bowler home run. And there's a strike delivered from Nakamoto. And now that's a ball high, delivered from Nakamoto. And there's a swinging strike from Louie. 1-2 is the count now. And he takes a ball high. And he takes another ball, so it'll be a full count here for Louie. And Louie drives one into left center, and that one's going to get down for extra bases. And Louie's going to stop at second base with a double to left center gap. That's a big-time swing from the senior right fielder from Canada. And now Donovan Bowler, who had the absolute big-time swing to tie it up in the bottom half of the 6th inning, steps back up to the plate. You got to think that the Blue Jays are going to try to bunt him over here. Even though Bowler had the big swing earlier, it's not a guy that's going to do that very often. And he takes a strike after squaring to bunt. And he squares the bunt again, and this time it's taken for a ball as it skipped across the plate. So a 1-1 count now for Bowler. And now he takes a strike. Bowler at the plate. Now he's going to swing and fouls that one back. Got to find a way to move this runner over if you're Bowler. The big swing earlier doesn't mean anything if you can't get it done here. And he fouls that one back again. So we will repeat 1 and 2. Runner on second base. That's Louie. Nobody out. Nakamoto on the mound. Bowler at the plate. And he yanks that one foul to the right side. Just past Coach Richardson down there at first base. Unfazed was the first base coach. Nakamoto delivers. It's a ball in the dirt that Bowler takes. Excuse me. 2-2 now the count. On a sophomore from Vianney High School in St. Louis, Missouri. And he takes a ball high. Full count now for Bowler. While he was unsuccessful getting the butt down, he has worked a very good at bat here. Seen a lot of pitches. Nakamoto's pitch count getting up there now. And he takes ball 4. What an at bat from Donovan Bowler to draw the walk. And now you got to figure the Blue Jays are probably going to try to square again with the leadoff batter Romero. And we're going to have a pitching change, so we'll be back before that happens here in 30 seconds.
Today's typical college student is no longer the recent high school graduate. Almost half of all college students in the United States are age 24 or older, and they have busy lifestyles. They have families, they work part-time jobs or full-time jobs, and they want to earn a college degree. As you could imagine, the traditional college experience just doesn't work for them. Westminster College has a rich history of excellence in cultivating leaders. And now, we can take that experience beyond our campus. We're proud to announce the launch of Westminster Online. It's designed to be flexible and to meet your needs. This program runs in back-to-back 7-week sessions, so you can finish your degree faster. It's 100% online, so you can attend class on your schedule. You can choose to major in either business administration, organizational leadership, or in psychology. Westminster Online is affordable, and if you need to pause your studies because life happens, you can do that. You're able to sit out a session and then come back when you're ready. Check out our website at wcmo.edu to learn more. Today's typical college student is no longer the recent high school.
Stepping up to the plate is Romero for the Blue Jays, facing the newly entered Ryan Jungers. Jungers has a 0 ERA in 2 appearances, 2 1/3 innings pitched. He's allowed 1 hit, 1 walk, struck out 4. Like I mentioned, you likely see Romero square to bunt, and he pops it up Luckily, it gets down as the third baseman Fournier could not make the play. Romero going to swing it here, and he hits a base hit up the middle. The Blue Jays are going to tie this one as Bowler's going to go first to third. Louis going to come around to score on the RBI single from Troy Romero, the sophomore from Trophy Club, Texas. Now Peyton Whitehead going to step up to the plate as the Blue Jays try to continue to do damage. He's 1 for 4 on the day. As the Blue Jays look to now change that tie into a lead here. The Blue Jays have 15 hits on the day. They have committed 2 errors defensively, scored 11 runs. And a slider is taken just high by Whitehead for ball 1, excuse me. Would like to see the Blue Jays get their leading base stealer in Romero to take off here. As Whitehead takes another slider inside. Romero actually leads the SLIAC Conference in steals right now. I believe it's with 6 or 7. Speedster, leadoff man for the Blue Jays over there on first base. Powerful shortstop. Hitting in the 2-hole is Whitehead as he takes a curveball inside. High as well for ball 3. With it being a new reliever, likely we'll see Whitehead take a strike here. And he does. It's 3-1's the count. Now you'd really like to see Whitehead take a healthy hack here if he gets a fastball in the zone just like that. And he swings through it. So now we've got a full count here. With a full count, it would make a lot of sense to see Romero take off here. Oh, it is a risk if Whitehead lines one. Could line you into a double play. He does run, and Whitehead fouls it off the catcher's shins. So we're going to redo it here. Junger's pitching from the stretch here. The runner's on first and third. He eyes in. He nods his head yes. Comes set. Looks again, and delivers. And Whitehead grounds one. That'll be an RBI single to give the Blue Jays a lead. Still nobody out here in the bottom of the 8th as Whitehead rolls over a ground ball for a single to give the Blue Jays the lead as Donovan Bowler comes around to score. And all of a sudden, the Blue Jays now lead this one 12-11 with their 3-hole hitter, designated hitter, Khalid Price, stepping up to the plate. And now that's a wild pitch, and what a read there from Troy Romero to advance on that wild pitch as he was taken off as soon as he saw the ball hit the dirt. So now we got a first and third situation, still nobody out. And this one is crushed into right center. A nice play made, though, by McCain, but that'll be a sacrifice fly and an RBI. The third of the day for Price. As a nice day from a three-hole hitter, and he extends this lead to 13-11.
Number 14, Austin Hayes.
Austin Mayton up to the plate now. He's 3 for 4, 3-run score today. And he swings through a slider for strike one. Mayton ready's at the plate. Junders comes set. He delivers with the slide step. A beauty, a slider for strike two. So now Mayton finds himself in an 0-2 hole. Whitehead on first. And Mayton takes a fastball up. One and two now the count. And, oh, what a break for the Blue Jays as Mayton absolutely stings one up the middle. But Peyton Whitehead was stealing second base on the swing. So it steps right into the hands, bounces right into the hands, of second baseman Rudin to get the ground ball double play. So Mills going to come back out there and try to secure yet another win for himself on the weekend as the Blue Jays lead by a score of 13-11. And we'll be back here in 30 seconds on the Blue Jays Sports Network.
The way we consume digital media in our world is constantly changing. The way we learn about it needs to change at that same pace. At Westminster College, we're putting you at the forefront of this interdisciplinary research by letting you experience firsthand some of these changes so you'll be better prepared to create it yourself when you leave our campus. In our labs, you'll experience cutting-edge technologies that will prepare you for a career in whichever sector of digital media that you're comfortable. You won't just hear about digital media, you'll experience it yourself.
We're back here as the 9-hole hitter McCurdy steps up to the plate for the Pioneers to face the Blue Jays' #1 reliever in Ryan Mills. He had 2 Ks in the last half inning, and he delivers a strike right away on a slider. Mills is absolutely locked in on the mound out there. And he delivers a ground ball right to Peyton Whitehead, who sits back on it and throws it high, so that'll be an E6 on Whitehead. It's the Blue Jays' 3rd error on the game. And now the top of the order comes back around as Cole Philpott steps up to the plate as Mills looks to get a ground ball double play here. Philpott takes a slider just inside. Mills comes set, picks, and it's close, but McCurdy back in safely. No reset is given as the base umpire says that was on him. It was his timeout. Now the pitch clock restarts. Mills comes set. Picks again. Not in time. Wind's blowing so hard out here, my computer's shaking. And a third pickoff attempt as McCurdy again back in safely. Mills definitely giving McCurdy the work. Now he comes set, and he delivers. And a swing and a miss for strike one. Nice changeup coming from Mills. A lot of improvement shown from him. And he throws another one, and that one bounces across the plate. 2-1 is the count now. Mills comes set. Yet another pick. The fourth now on McCurdy at first base. He's probably out of breath just by diving back in. And now a slider up beauty for strike two. 2-2 is the count. Runner on first, nobody out. Philpott up. Mills shakes his head yes, comes set, and delivers. And generates a swing and a miss. Now Maiden throws to second base, not in time as the throw was wide on the wild pitch. But a swing and a miss and a strikeout for Philpott. So now that'll bring up Fournier to the plate. He's had a great day defensively and is also 1 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI today. And Mills loses a slider for ball one. And now a ground ball hit right at Romero. And he makes the play. So now 2 down. And the 3-hole hitter, McCain, has got a chance to tie it up here with a runner on second. He's 2 for 3 with 2 runs scored and an RBI, as well as a base on balls today. And now Mills delivers a changeup that bounces across the plate for ball one. Two outs. 13-11 is the score. The Blue Jays lead. And a fastball of beauty for strike one. Mills locked in on the mound. He's thrown 26 pitches so far, generated 3 strikeouts. He throws a slider, it's a bit high. 2-1 is the count now. If you're the Blue Jays, you'd like it to end right here before Brown steps up to the plate. But it won't, as a base hit up the middle is going to drive in a run and make this a 13-12 game. If if you're the Blue Jays, definitely not who you want at the plate, Ian Brown. But here's what I will say. If you want to take a game like this, you want to go down against their best hitters. And that's exactly what's going to happen right here. Ian Brown at the plate. He's 3 for 5 on the day with a run scored and 4 RBIs. He's also got 2 homers, I believe, on the weekend. And he takes a ball inside. Looked to be a sinker from Mills. New pitch we haven't seen from him. Now we got an umpire time. Mills shakes and delivers. Throws a slider. Generates a pop-up out to Bowler in left. He's the player of the game, and he makes a catch. And the Blue Jays come away with another win as Mills has 2 wins and a save here so far in this 4-game series. The Blue Jays going to look to break out the brooms and generate a sweep here in the next one, as we'll be back in 30 minutes.